I'm out here looking like Ace Ventura. I've got this spot right here on my truck. It's the auxiliary battery port, and I want to put a toolbox there because it's out of the way. I can lock it with the hood, and we're going to Georgia in a little while, like a couple months. So I want to have tools in this truck. It's a good thing to have. I'm gonna build one, but I have no money for it. So I need to find a quick little side job. Pull in a little 60, 80 bucks. We'll figure it out. So Justin and Bree are here. Bree got her car. She wants some of the emblems and stuff blacked out like I did on my truck. I started on her key just as a little tester. It used to be gold, just like the emblems. And it turned out all right. I don't know if it'll hold up, but it's an easy enough spot. I can paint it in the future if it doesn't. Went ahead and slapped some fresh wheelie bobs on this Johnny too. They used to look kind of crusty and mid. But these ones look pretty good. So we're going to round it off, take those emblems off, and then after that, we're going to head to the old Harbor Freight. I feel weird because they're watching me film this right now, and I don't know how to deal with that, but we're gonna get her done and she's gonna look good. They got the wheels on the other side, and I got the rear Malibu badge off without even leaving a trace. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie. May or may not be my first time ever doing this, and I told her that after I started. And you know what? It turned out pretty good. I got to do the same to the truck later, maybe later today, maybe later this week. Here's old Padre cringing that his son's talking to the camera. Proud father moment right there, I bet you. Just like that, they're all gone. You can't even see it. Here's a couple pictures of the before, during, and after. Don't make fun of me. That's gonna look cool in editing, I hope. I gotta go the front emblem right here and the back emblem, pretty much the same thing. Just gonna black those out. It's not gonna take much of nothing, and it's gonna look pretty tuner. She gave me a big old $60 for this. We messed with Justin side by side. I got another 20 for that. So we're gonna go to the old Harbor Freight with $80 in our pocket. And we're gonna, I don't know, do what I said earlier, I guess. Bit of change in our pocket going jing-a-ling-a-ling. I have a plan. Sorry if this is loud, the motor is running. Right here, from the 2500s to 3500s, obviously I have a battery. But this tray isn't used on the half tons. So I wanna make or get some kind of toolbox to go right here for our Georgia trip. I mean, it's a good idea to have tools, be prepared a little bit, and that's a great spot for it. It's off, tucked under, out of the way. Not gonna be, you know, worst comes to worst. If I have to change a headlight, I can pull it out and do that. But nobody's gonna be able to steal it. The truck's locked, the hood's not gonna be able to get open easily. It'll be out of the way, like I said, perfect spot for it, pretty much. So we're gonna run to the Harbor Freight, and I've got $80 to do that. That's my budget for the box, the tools, and everything. And I think we can do it for that. I think we can get a pretty good box kitted out for $80. Just pulled up to the Harbor Freight. You can't even see it because the tree's in the way. Gonna run in and see what boxes they have. I got a couple different ideas. I don't know for sure what I'm gonna go with, but we're gonna school you now. I'm not gonna try to use all of the $80. I'm gonna try to stay under that budget, of course, but maximum $80. Just walked out of the big freight. Got my receipt here, and you're never gonna guess. I spent $46.20. So that leaves me not quite half of my budget. But I'm a Harbor Freight Insiders member, or whatever they call that. So it saved me almost $10, $9.80. And I'll show you when I get home and I put the box together. So I was gonna get an ammo crate because I think that would look kind of cool and it'd fit perfect right there. But Lexi has one of those little toolboxes. It's one of the Cobalt ones. It's pretty much like a jewelry box. It's black. It'll fit in there like perfect. And I might just end up using that for like my truck tools. Got all this stuff right here. Got Lexi right there. So I've basically got $30, $34, I think is what it is. But with that, I'm gonna put in a spark plug socket and a wheel socket, extensions for both, and then I'll probably take the little impact along. So I may be back for an ammo box, I'm not gonna lie, depending on how sorting out and filling the box that I already have at home. Depending on how that gets organized, I might come back up for an ammo crate. All right, I want to point out, this is the box that I had, and it's gonna change because it's not that great. The drawers are not on good slides, and the bottom drawer specifically doesn't go in all the way, and it like fights. And not only that, it doesn't fit in there how I want. I think the ammo crate would fit better. All right, gang, I don't know what I'm gonna put in. I put everything in here, and I'm not gonna use it. This thing is kind of crummy. So I've got this pack out. It was a tackle box kind of for a little bit. It's a little dirty. I'll probably clean it up later, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. For tonight, I'm gonna show you what I got, and I'm gonna put it in there. But I got a little ratchet. This is my first time buying a Harbor Freight ratchet, I believe. I could tell it's Harbor Freight, but it's not like the worst thing. I haven't used it on anything, obviously. And then I got their colorful sockets. I'm not a big colorful socket guy, but for the price, you just can't really go wrong. I'll pretty much just set these down in here for now. Probably get foam to organize this. But that's all for this little drawer. I got a pair of vice grips. You can't go wrong with some vice grips. I had to get a good set of wrenches, and by good I mean Harbor Freight, which isn't bad if you're like a hobbyist or whatever. I mean, honestly, I'm sure you could run a business off of Harbor Freight. A lot of their stuff, like this stuff has lifetime warranty. Not something I would do personally. Got a little knife, if I could open it. Got me a knife. Don't know how sharp it is. Haven't used it. Hopefully I don't have to, but it's good stuff to keep in your truck, you know what I mean? Tire pressure sensor reader guy thing, mabob, and zip ties, of course. So that's all crammed in there. In this, I am going to, before the trip, I'm gonna throw a spark plug socket with an extension, a wheel lug socket, a 22 millimeter, probably with an extension because these wheels are a little bit deep. And I'm also gonna throw in, the wheel lug will be 1/2 inch, so I'll have to throw in the 1/2 inch extension and a 1/2 inch ratchet. And probably my impact, my little M18 Milwaukee impact. And I'll organize this all up good. Like I said, I might even do foam by then. But for now, we're just gonna close her up and I'll show you where I'm gonna set it, how it's gonna sit in there. I think it's got a little more weight than I thought it was gonna, but I don't need another hand for this. Oh, never mind. Got her to slide right down in. Turn the flash on for you. It sits in there pretty decent, pretty good spot, good size. I'm gonna probably figure out how to secure it down because obviously I don't want this just tumbling around. I don't want it to slip off. I mean, it can't really go anywhere too easily. I mean, that's a 10-hour, 15-hour road trip. It's gonna move around. So for now, I'm probably gonna put it in the cab and it may not stay there. I have an idea for the cap that I'm gonna do potentially for next week's video. You'll just have to watch and find out. And it might go along with part of that. But again, like I said, it's hard to say. That's pretty much all though. Thanks for watching. Ace Ventura out. No, I'm just kidding. Go check out the socials. They're literally just all in my name. The quickest way to find updates and stuff like that for whatever I'm doing or sneak peeks is either Snapchat or probably TikTok. That's the Snapchat, just in case you wanted to know. And another little sneak peek that made it to the TikTok that was not quite worth a full video. I put a little seal on here. I made it so it sits flush. Super dark in there. Went ahead, blacked the windows out, both sides. I got that front window, might be next week's video. Blacked the whole topper out. Of course, I blacked out the inside of the door so you can't see through it. It's hard to say. I don't know. You'll just have to watch and find out, man. All right, literally the day after I filmed that last clip, I'm at work. I got my intake off. You know, nothing like crazy, but a good reason to have these tools that I literally just put in here. My thermostat is hemorrhaging fluid. I'll show you here. You can see all the coolant down there coming out of the thermostat. So I got a new one and I'm gonna throw it in using my tools that I just got. So I guess it was worth the purchase. Just like that, it's not completely hemorrhaging fluid anymore. It is plumb dry on coolant. I put a gallon in it. I've got a gallon at home, so I'm gonna try to make it there, but I might have to stop. It might get a little warm. I think it'll be all right.